I cannot believe I'm saying this, but welcome to my YouTube channel. Can you believe it either? I'm wearing a microphone, I am trying to be professional and actually having a pretty good hair day, you know, guys. Do I need my glasses on though? Do you know what? I will. I'd thought of all these ways that I was going to start doing YouTube, and sitting on the floor definitely wasn't one of them. But I feel like it's quite on brand for me. I feel like sometimes in all the planning and all the perfection, there's always chaos. And I've left my cup of tea, one sec. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Should I say welcome back? I feel like before doesn't count though, so don't look at those videos, please and thank you. I have wanted to come back to YouTube for a while, but I feel only recently have I really understood why, and it felt like the right time to come back, given that it's 2025. This is not like I'm back. No, I'm not, sorry, it was just a January thing. No, we are staying consistent, we are staying focused, we are all staying on track in 2025. I am going to make sure that we stay there, and my word for the year is visibility. And I thought, well, if you're going to go around with that word, what better way than to get visible and get back on YouTube. Sorry, I mess with my hair so much, and I can only apologise for that, but I am who I am. So I wanted to start today by giving you like a little bit of an introduction to who I am in case you've never met me before. I don't always sit on the floor. It will be more exciting in the background, but for today actually it kind of makes perfect sense because I was emptying a bag, and actually everything in the bag, I want to talk about this stuff. I'm just going to empty my bag with you, which again, like, is not really what I was going for the first one, but we're here. Do you know what I mean? We're here, we're showing up, we're doing it, we're trying our best, we're emptying bags on the floor. Let's start 2025. Aiming high. I am a trained transformational coach. I trained with Animus. If you're curious to know about all of my kind of journey of where I got to and how I got there, I'll definitely do a video on that. Just let me know in the comments below. I am a northern girl from Yorkshire, will forever be a northern girl at heart. Love everything to do with Yorkshire. So blessed and lucky to have grown up there. I grew up by the beach. I moved to London when I was 21 and I am much older than that now. And now I live in the Midlands, which is really exciting, really cool, really different. Never lived there, kind of lived everywhere now. So my accent is absolutely clapped. I am a mongrel and we just go with it. I am also a meditation teacher. I work a lot with companies. So if you work for a company and you're looking at delving into corporate wellness, I am your girl. This is my 10th year doing it. I am your girl. There is nobody, probably is, nobody I know with more experience than me in doing that. I am your girl. And I have a background of working in media and in advertising. And do you know, when I was in my 20s, it was just amazing. It was so incredible, and I really bring that into my coaching. So I help women position themselves in the market, get visible and get paid for their brilliance. If this is resonating with you, I've got a contact form in the bottom. You can kind of always reach out to me of like how we can work together, but these are not like promo videos to work with me. This is actually my job, and it would be quite strange if I don't talk about it. So that's what I do. Every day is different. Every day is absolute chaos. I also have a fox red Labrador. She's not here right now. She will feature, but she's mental. She's called Nala. She's amazing. She is my entire world. But I would say in the last couple of months, she's been an absolute pleasure and a dream to be around. Before that, it's been quite difficult. She is of the gun dog line of Labrador. So the energy levels are up here. She's also really curious and really intelligent, so that means that just constant new and different walks and places and all of the things have to be given to her all the time. And in the depths of winter, when you're up and you're walking at like 6:20 in the morning and it's pitch black, it's not great, you know. But I want this channel to be a place of inspiration. You know, I want you to feel inspired and I want to give value to you, but also I want you just to feel like you've got a friend that you can speak to. Like I say, I'm just a northern girl who loves working with women, loves connecting with women. I don't work with men one-to-one, obviously work with men in companies, but just the way that I work and how I feel, I just prefer that energy. No shade if you are a man watching this. I can't stop messing with my hair. Also, it's because I've never used this camera before. Well, I've used it once, and I look I look a bit weird in it, to be honest. So I don't know what this video is going to turn out like. But anyway, we digress. So what I'm going to show you is what I have to keep me on track as a trained coach, and I think what will keep you on track in 2025. This is coming from years of experience as a coach, things that I've guided clients through, things that work, and actually things that I've literally just emptied out of my handbag onto the floor. So let's go. Anyone who's known me for a while knows that, oh my God, look, am I being like a vlogger? Will know that The Daily Stoic is one of my favorite books. It is an amazing, amazing book. You basically have a passage like every single day that you read, and it's ancient Stoic philosophy from the great philosophers of our time, way before we were born. The wisdom's amazing, but it can be really nice, gentle reminders of how to show up in the day. And I think to get into the habit of reading this in the morning, it takes 2 minutes of your day, firstly, but it's a really good way to steady yourself. So I've been doing a lot of work with managing cortisol, and especially in companies, like really trying to help with stress management. And the question I always have to ask is like, how are you actually priming and setting up for your day? Because rushing around and rushing into something, and I do understand the importance of going to the gym. However, I don't understand the importance of raising your cortisol so high in the morning that you're constantly on this type of energy. For me, for my level of expertise, what I'm trained in, like I say, I'm not a personal trainer, God at all, but I'm trained in the mind and wellness and transformation. And I think that way of working and living and showing up is how you burn out really quickly. These small, tiny things, this may seem like nothing to you. Honestly, these things make a huge difference. I mean, this book is absolutely categorically disgusting. And because it's a page a day, I just reread it. I mean, it's gross. I probably should buy a new one soon, to be honest. But you just reread it every single year. So you just keep going through it. And that's why it's brilliant. So Ryan Holiday, I'm a huge, huge fan. Not sponsored. I wish he has a podcast as well, The Daily Stoic podcast every day. And he's really cool. And I think that's a really good addition. So I carry this around a lot with me, flinging it about everywhere. The next, this is by Grace Beverly. People will have seen this loads. This is the productivity method, but it's the business planner. Guys, when I tell you, this is unreal. So I just filled in the next 2 weeks here. Now, you have your weekly schedule, which is fantastic, but what you do have is monthly, weekly, and quarterly goals that you can look at and assess. And when you work for yourself, I'm telling you now, it is very difficult to keep on track with exactly what you're trying to achieve. Even with this video, I'm like, why am I doing it? Right, yeah, it's because to help people get on track for the year. Let's kickstart the year together. Me putting this out there makes me go, am I doing all the things that I'm talking about? Is it helping? What difference is it making? And what can I do that makes it feel different? And again, it's really important for us to kind of all understand that as we go through and as we develop. So if you are a coach or a small business owner, or you're looking to do that, I really, really recommend this. I mean, these have been talked about so much. And to be honest, I probably haven't even optimized it enough yet for this quarter, which is something that I will delve into. I would give yourself half a day to really think about it when you're looking at the quarterly goals. But what's really good is it's got reflection in it as well. So, and your week, if you open up 2 pages and you've got the week there. In fact, let me just quickly show you, look, and one random one. You've got your whole weekly schedule. So what that means is that you can see everything mapped out, because I don't like day planners. Maybe that's me, but it's by the hour as well, which is amazing, from 5 a.m. till 10 p.m. And you can even have your weekends on here. But what you can see as well is if you're actually completely overworking yourself and overexerting, and you can track. I quite liked last year to track energy levels that I had on the weekend. And so if I have a look at my week that's completely overexerted, then I need to really incorporate that I'm not arranging anything for that weekend. And I'm a big person of, I really want to make sure one day of the weekend I'm doing something, because otherwise what are we working for? But at the same time, prioritizing rest. So this can be amazing to keep on track of everything. She obviously is the productivity queen. I am not jumping in and saying anything about that to do with me. But I will say that this has really worked for me. I've got 2 clients on this at the minute, and yeah, we're all just kind of thriving. This is just fell out my bag, Jellycat, because I am a child. Maybe this can be the thumbnail. and it just brings me joy. You don't need that. Next thing is an absolutely massive, disgusting notebook, which is filled with crap. So the reason for me having this is that inside here, I habit track. I know, right? Who knew that so much detail goes into everything that you do and show up so effortlessly? Okay. So for example, a new habit for me is going to be YouTube is going to have to be a new thing that I do. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to map out one day a week that will just be focused on this. I'm mapping out ideas. Again, it's in here, what I'm going to be writing down. How is that going to fit in with my marketing for my business? What am I promoting through January and February? Can it coincide with the channel? What are people asking for? How am I showing up for my audience, and what can I do? And I track everything. Now, again, I am a person of, how do I describe this in a really great way? I am driven, absolutely, but I'm also, I get distracted, guys. Do you know what I mean? Like, Gilmore Girls distracted me for all of October and November. Harry Potter took over my life again in December just for a change. So I need to make sure that I have things that are completely mapped out. There is so much science around habit tracking and habit stacking. If you haven't read Atomic Habits by James Clear, get on that. I've read that a couple of times now. I've read it once physically, audiobooked it on dog walks. Another great way. If you're a dog mama out here, I get you. The 2 dog walks a day kill you off. So try to use that time effectively. You know, I'm always listening to audiobooks or brilliant podcasts. As you guys will already know, I have a podcast, by the way. I will link it below. It's not going to be a self-promotion in all of these videos, but again, I'm like, probably should talk about these things, right? Because it's out there and I hope you'll listen. Anyway, we digress. But habit stacking will be amazing, and habit tracking, and not having pressure on yourself. So I really, I'm not into New Year's resolutions, but I am into tracking and goals. And so, for example, when I work with a one-to-one client, I check in on a Monday and a Thursday because we've kind of got like a few days in between. And I'm like, where are you at with the things you said you were going to do? And if not, how have we not got there? And what can we rebuild? And it's constantly refining. The girls who did one of my courses last year, it's called Corporate Connect, that I do with an incredible coach called Lucy Sheridan. I'll have to get her on the channel. And all they say to me is that all I say is refine. She refined. How can you refine it? Refine it further. What does it mean? And that is literally from my background in media. I'm telling you, I just try to I'm so sorry I'm messing my hair so much. Refine, niche, go further, make it so obvious for people what you're talking about and what you're trying to do, which is why this may seem like I'm going to probably watch this back and be like, this is the simplest bullshit ever. But actually, it's not. Like, this is the stuff that really makes a difference. And I've only got 2 more things to show you, so I've kept it super short for this first one. Guys, so far I'm a one-take wonder, so let's see, because my editing skills they need work, but so far I'm quite happy with it. Do I even dare watch it back? I'm unsure. This is a bit off-piste, but I am all about your health and wellness and making sure that you feel good. You know, I have an amazing coach as well, and we both aligned on this, that with our clients, it's like, do you feel good first? If not, let's sort that bit out and then we can get to the rest. And we've been reading Ultra Processed People. Now, I'm going to be honest, this is a scary book. I'm only not even halfway through it yet. And the way that you look at the world will be very different and confronting. But I think that's great. I think in 2025, we're waking up now. You know, we are intelligent. We're saying that coaching principle is actually you are intelligent and whole as you are. And how can we add to your life? And so if we're looking at a life of longevity and ensuring that we feel confident and we feel good in ourselves and we wake up every day with energy, well, firstly, you need to minimize the UPF that's in your body, the ultra processed food that's within your body. And I was shocked. We were like, guys, honestly, we've turned into absolute nerds going around a supermarket one evening and just looking at condiments. I don't think I can eat condiments anymore. I'm going to have to find some great condiments from somewhere. I'd probably go down to Dalesford, which, but at least everything there, you know how it's been made, and invest in that and think about what you're putting in your body. I want you to feel great every single day. And, as a coach, I don't know, I believe I'm like so much more than that to people when they work with me. I genuinely, that's the northern in me from being from Yorkshire, genuinely care about people, and I care about everyone I love and who I work with. And so guys, like, if you can read anything, this book is amazing. I've got an Amazon storefront. Is she an influencer? She's not, by the way, definitely not. And I'm not a content creator either. This is content I am creating, but that's not my main job. My main job is my coaching, which I adore and love. And this is just a thing I do alongside it. I don't know. I really need to work on an intro or something, don't I? Because will people watch this and never come back? Probably. But I do have an Amazon storefront. And the reason for that is that it's just really good to put everything in one place. So you guys can see the books that I recommend, coaching tools. I have a podcast, for example, so I have like all the equipment that I use for all of that there. Like, in case you're interested, kind of everything's in one place. These books are really good for gifting as well. And the final thing I'm going to show you is a bit weird, but it's like a tiny aromatherapy nose inhaler. Now, I was lucky enough to be gifted a session with Ruth. I'm going to put all of her details down below. She is an aromatherapy expert, and she came to me and said, would you like to have a session? Have you ever worked with aromatherapy? And I said, you know what, Ruth, I would and I haven't. And what she kind of created is this, firstly, this incredibly safe space for you to talk about, because aromatherapy is essentially helping you with emotions that you're feeling and things that can be overwhelming. You know, I would say I'm not an anxious person, but sometimes I can worry. Like, I definitely don't have anxiety, but I can worry. I've been an overthinker since I was a little girl, you know, worried about what people think and trying to do that less. Probably why I shied away from YouTube for so long. And now as I'm getting older, I'm like, nah, whatever. It's up to you. If you like me, if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. If you don't, you don't know me because I'm a nice person. But if you do, great, come in. Anyway, we've digressed yet again. Welcome to my brain. And she said to me, you know, have you ever worked with aromatherapy where you inhale it? I said, no, Ruth, darling, I haven't. I've had oils in the bath before, which is fantastic, but I've never worked in this way. And this, so when you know a scent is right for you, you go to pick it up all the time. Right, you literally go to grab it constantly. This is in my bag. Any bag I have, this is with me. And I almost had a bit of a panic 2 days ago. I couldn't find it because it was in another little bag that I'd hidden away somewhere. You know, tidying up, how dare I? And I'd left that because it's so small, I'd like left it in the bag. I reach for this all the time. And what happens is she'll kind of give you one product like this. If you resonate to it and you're reaching for it, it means the scent is right for you and for what you need, which is just amazing. And then you can get other products. So I'm going to be ordering a body oil. I want to try a moisturizer as well and go from there and see how I'm feeling. But for everyone who's self-employed, where genuinely, or anyone really, but like life can actually get really overwhelming, this is an amazing product and an amazing thing that she's made. And I'm not going to use a nose inhaler on the internet, but you basically, obviously, I mean, guys, unscrew the top. Why am I doing this? You're not idiots. And oh God, even the smell of that now though. Oh, it's unreal. It's actually unreal. My scent, I think, is gorgeous. But it's helping me with a little bit of sleep. I'm getting to sleep great. I'm waking up quite a lot. Helping me with a little bit of overwhelm, helping me stay focused when I feel like there's loads going on, because, you know, there is a lot going on. And for me, it's client first, me second. And so sometimes it can get to the end of the day and I'm like, I've served all my clients the best possible way. And now I've actually got all my stuff I need to do, all my marketing, all of my content, all of my pushing the business forward, and it can be quite a lot. So that is amazing. And I think that's going to round off the first video. Please like and subscribe. See, she's a YouTuber. I am going to be doing a mix of kind of sit down videos like this, informative videos. You talk about different techniques. I'm thinking actually, guys, like, shall I put up some of my meditations on here? But obviously just with like a nice visual over the top. Would that be of interest? Because I have loads of meditations, loads that I've not even published, that I've kind of done for like companies. But I could share some on here as well. I'm wondering, comment meditation below if you're still here as well. And also if you would like me to put those up, I think that would be really great. I don't know, I feel a bit on edge, a bit nervous. I was, you know, talking to my partner about this, and I was like, why would anybody want to watch me? And he's like, why not? You know, you've got so much to share. Kind of, you get in your head that I'm not in my 20s, I'm not a vlogger, I don't live in London now, like, will it be of interest? And so for me and for this channel, I hope it's going to add value to your life is what I want to do. I want to try to show up here, add value, make you feel seen and heard, make you know that there is so much support out there wherever you are in life, and we're just all kind of muddling through, and I'm your new bestie, and things I find that I think are helpful I'm going to share. I'm going to use all my expertise as a coach to help you and share things. I'm going to interview people, I'm going to vlog and just show you some of my life. I'm going to show you my evening routines, morning routines. I love cooking, bits of that. I'm just going to be one of your new besties, I hope. And I'm not always going to sit on the floor in the corner, but you have to understand this is my first recording that I've done, and I just wanted to get this out. And I have done this in one take, and I am shocked, genuinely shocked. So please come back next week. If you enjoyed this, please share, tell a bestie, please subscribe. It means so much to me. As I mentioned, everything that I've spoken about in the video will all be linked below. And I will see you again next week. I'm saying that to make sure I do it. So I will see you again next week.